everyone.
Hi. Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. How's everybody doing today? I am so sorry that we are late. It is totally my fault. But we're here.
We're here.
And excited to bring you Sculpey products. Yay.
I know.
This is the first time that I have played with it. So, but I had an absolute blast. Absolute blast. This is the easiest stuff. It kind of reminded me of the gel press when I got myself all worked up thinking I was never going to be able to do it right. And it just was so simple to use. Well, this is even simpler. Simpler, is that a word? More simple, whatever. So I have got some fun stuff to share with you guys, and I'm super, super excited. Let's see. So I guess we should probably start from the beginning. For those of you that are watching us for the first time, I get excited when I start my lives and I just start rambling and I'm, forget to introduce us and whatnot. So we're going to take a step back and I'm going to introduce us. My name is Lisa Rojas, and my business partner and Butler and I own Bella Crafts Publishing. So Bella Crafts Publishing is actually, we put out a magazine, a free craft magazine, digital, 4 times a year. Summer just came out, absolutely stunning, and did an amazing job putting it all together. So for those of you that have not signed up yet to get the free magazine, it is absolutely free, no strings attached. You just put your email address in, and every time a new issue comes out, which is 4 times a year, we will send it right to your inbox. Okay, so super, super easy, no problems at all, and you'll get this amazing craft magazine that has all these fabulous projects and products and all kinds of fun things in there. So check it out. Totally.
Yeah.
So you speak for a while. I'm like, gabbing.
You're fine. There are always at least 20 projects in every issue. I think this month this issue has a few more, and it just came out last Wednesday. Yes. So the cover is spectacular. It is a photo by a friend of ours, Terry Riccoli. And it is using Gwen Studios ribbons, and it's so simple. It's one of our 20-minute crafts.
Yes,
you can make a bouquet of ribbon flowers very easily, and it would be perfect to use, as a centerpiece, on your picnic table, anywhere you want. So, but it is filled with fabulous projects. But today, our sponsor is Sculpey, and we are so excited because
I know
we love to craft, and we do a lot of paper crafts in our lives. But today we are stepping outside of paper crafting, kind of. I think I used paper in one of mine, but Sculpey is very, very generous, and this is the prize package
that is absolutely
they are giving away. I mean, my goodness, I think there's 15 bottles of Liquid Sculpey here, and there's a few different molds and a little kit for mixing, and you even get a little craft sheet to work on. I mean, it is filled with awesome stuff. You're going to want to enter for this. You do that by liking, sharing, and commenting on this video and my video at 2:00 with the hashtag BellaCrafts. Using the hashtag is how we find you.
Yes.
We need that hashtag in order to put you into the computer generated picker.
Randomizer, I think it's called.
I couldn't say that word, so I didn't.
Randomizer. And see, I'm usually the one that has problems with, I can't speak, but
randomizer. But
Randomizer. There you go.
I have to say it slowly. So,
Yeah.
but anyways, make sure you like, share, and comment with the hashtag Bella Crafts. And when you're sharing, share it to your friends on your Facebook page. Don't share it in our group, Do You Love to Craft, because it's live there right now.
Right.
And if you're sharing it in a group, make sure it's a group that allows sharing.
Yes.
Very important.
Because you don't want, you don't want the moderator of that group to be upset and angry because you posted something you weren't supposed to. So, there are some out there that don't allow certain things.
And if it's like my rope craft ladies, they have a rope Facebook page.
Yep.
They only want things about rope. So make sure if you're sharing it, it's in a group that is for crafts, general crafts. Yeah.
Right. Especially this one, because this one is not paper, so you don't want to share it in your card making groups, stuff like that. So, but every place else, share, because you can get in on winning that fabulous project or product giveaway that Anne just showed us. And oh my gosh,
it is awesome.
There is so much stuff there.
Up there closer. There is so much. I have a picture of this on Instagram, on our Facebook page, in our group, so it's everywhere. So you can see better close up of what this is. But it doesn't matter. It's like $100 giveaway from Sculpey. Yes. It's more than that, I'm sure. I forgot to ask Jen what the value of it was. So if she's in here, Jen, post the value of that prize.
Right. Yes, thank you.
Hi, Penny.
Also, if you are watching us from YouTube, and obviously you're not on Facebook, so you can't leave a comment, but you can leave a comment in YouTube. And then what we will do from there is I will manually put you into the randomizer for the giveaway also. Okay. So, just because you're watching on YouTube does not mean that you are not going to get in on the prize. And we also, because we get so much of our viewership
after
for the replay, we always hold our giveaways open until the following Tuesday. Okay. So you have from now until next Tuesday, which I believe is the 12th of July at midnight Central Time, to enter for this giveaway. So you really, really want to do that. Okay.
Yep.
So
hi, Margie. Hi, Jimmy.
Hi, Jimmy. Hi, Marge. Okay. So I am sharing, this was new for me.
It was.
This was new for me. I have never, ever, I've used clay, but not very often. And I've never used Liquid Sculpey ever. And I was a little apprehensive about it at first because it's out of my comfort zone. But, Anne is gently pushing me into, try new things. Actually, she's shoving me, but that's all right. We'll talk about that later.
Nobody needs to know.
Nobody needs to know. But this stuff is so simple to use. Oh my God. You could do this with your children, grandchildren. I'm telling you. Oh, yeah. Simple.
They will love it. Parent supervision, because you're using a hot oven, of course. Penny, I'm sorry that your power went out. You'll have to catch the replay.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, no, this is such a great product. I've been using clay, an air dry polymer clay, for over 20 years. I've worked with baked polymer clay here and there. And the Liquid Sculpey I tried last year, and I thought it was fabulous. But this past week, I have delved into it, and it's amazing. It's so much fun. It's so easy, like Lee said. It is. Even if you think you messed it up, you didn't.
No. And, even if you did and you think you did and you think it's that bad, clean the mold out and start again. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, it doesn't use that much product.
It does not use that much product. I found that out
Mm-hmm.
real quick because I was playing with mixing on spoons, and I thought, oh, okay, this looks like this is enough. And I poured it and it was like, what? And I had Liquid Sculpey everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So I'm excited to share with you guys what I created today. You will be seeing me playing more with this because I absolutely love it. I cannot wait to, just do a bunch of different things with it. I just think it just, opened my creativity like nobody's business. But because I
And
was,
Lisa's been working in a camper.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
she's in her mobile home. She isn't even at home. She
in my
brought the stuff
studio.
to work on.
Yeah.
And so it is a portable craft.
Yep. Yep.
If
Because
you have an oven you can bring. Yeah.
I brought my stuff with me. I brought a little, toaster oven that my daughter uses just for crafts. And, I made all of this. I did all kinds of cool stuff. But because I was a newbie, I didn't want to delve into anything really, really heavy because, I because I was just a little nervous about it. So what I did was I created a very simple frame.
Other side a little bit. Your light's in the way.
Okay, let me move this up out of the way. Here, let me move this up higher. There we go. Oh, Lord, now you can see everything with my face. Okay, which way? This way.
Move the picture
This
there.
way.
Yeah.
There we go.
There.
Okay.
Isn't that cool? And of course, beach is Lisa's theme.
Yes, I know. I've been doing a lot of beach stuff. I'm getting anxious to go down to my beach house. So, I got beach on the brain. But yeah, super simple to do. Super simple. And I just had a blast with it. So I'm excited to show you guys what I did, or how I did, I should say.
Yes.
So
it's very cool.
Over here off to the side, and then put that light down because it's blinding me. All right, there we go. So I'm going to switch my cameras, and I'm going to show you how to do this really fun craft. It's really cool, guys. All right, so let's do it.
Okay, while Lisa's changing her camera, I want to remind all of you, I will put links in while she is demoing. And I want you, the first link I'm going to put in is for Sculpey.
There we go.
And I want you to go over and like their Facebook page. Okay, so I'm going to make Lisa big and start putting links in. If y'all have any questions, just put them here and I will let Lisa know. Hi, Sylvia.
Hi, Sylvia. There we go. I wanted to shove my computer out of the way because, I am in my RV. So, I'm working on a really small table. So is that crooked or is that just me? That looks totally
well, it is crooked. So
there
you go.
All right. I must have bumped my camera before I started because I had it all set up perfect.
It's easy to
do. It is. Especially when, when you're in this little space. All right. I'm going to tape this other side of my paper down real quick.
I have a huge space and I don't have enough room when I'm filming.
I know that. I know. And this is, this has taken some serious getting used to camping, crafting in the RV. But I've managed to do it, and I like to RV, so have RV and crafts, and we'll travel. There you go. Okay, so these are the two molds that I used for this particular project. And here you can see all of the different, whoops, there we go, upside down, all of the different sea life. I absolutely love this. It's just so cool. And then also on this one, I used the mermaid tail on this one. So let me show you how
A mermaid tail?
the mermaid tail right here.
I know. I thought you said mummy.
Oh,
I could be wrong. That's just
I
what
might
heard.
have. You never know. You never know with me. All right, so now check this all out, you guys. I have over here to the side of me, I have all of this cool, all these cool colors that I've been playing with. Okay, here. These, okay. But I also, because I am somebody that loves lots and lots of color, I wanted to show you how you can add color to either the white, the clear, or the pearl. And it is super, super easy to do. But first, let me show you just how to do the simple part of just taking care of just filling it. So you're going to take your mold. Let's see, I want to do it this way. And in the set, what you get is you'll get one of these little squeegees. So this is perfect to just squeeze out the excess that you're not, if you happen to fill it too full. Okay, so now I've already pre-stirred all of my colors, okay? So you want to make sure that you do that. You're going to pour it into a little cup or something and then just stir it up really good and make sure that you have it nice and stirred. I've already done that beforehand because I didn't want to take the time to do it here. So what I'm going to do now then is I'm just going to open the bottle and then just squeeze this right into my mold. And this stuff is so, so cool. Oh my gosh. Okay, now on this mold, this one is a tad bit deeper than some of the others. So as you go to play, you'll be able to tell which ones, you know, you're going to need to add more to and which ones you'll add less. You'll be able to tell once you start playing with it. So what I like to do when I was playing with mine was once I got it in there, then I just kind of took a toothpick a little bit and just kind of moved it around. Just like that. And then once I did that, I have all of these paper towels over here for me because, this whole table was just covered with craft stuff. I had paints everywhere. All right, so once you do that, then what you're going to do is you're going to take your little scraper and you're going to scrape off your excess. Okay, now if you have a lot like I do on this one, okay, then you don't want to throw that away. So just open your bottle back up and put it right back in there. There you go. And then I run it one more time just to make sure I got everything covered. And I see a little tiny area right here that I want to fill in just a tad more. So I'm just going to add just a little bit right there. And then I'll squeegee that again. Okay. And that's it. And then what you're going to do from here is you're going to take your mold but before I was going over all of the directions and everything when I started doing this because I wanted to make sure that I told you guys everything that was correct. And one of the things that they say is with the molds to put them in your oven, okay, I have a little toaster oven. So you put it in your oven at 275 for 15 minutes, okay, before you use it. So that was the instructions that I read off of off of this little sheet right here. that my mold came on. So that's what I did. I put it in there for 15 minutes at 275, and then I pulled it out. Of course, it's really hot, so you've got to be careful. And then I set it down and I let it cool just to where I could be able to touch it without burning my fingers off. And then I started putting my Sculpey in. Okay. So I don't know if Anne does it that way, or if there's different tricks or whatever, but for me, that's what the instruction said. So that's how I did it. So then once I did that and I poured all of my Sculpey in my mold, now you're ready to put it back into the oven. Now, if you're using, there's different types. If you're using like the regular Liquid Sculpey like this, or any of them, I believe, except for the, where is it? Not that one, this one. This is the clear. The clear needs to be heat. You need to do it at 300 degrees for 30 minutes if you're using the clear. Okay. Now, I didn't use the clear on this one. So the regular, all of the rest of them, you put it at 275 for 30 minutes. And then once you're done, you pull it out and there you go. Okay, now, before I wanted to do all that, I wanted to add some fun stuff too, right? Some flakes or some glitter or, you know, some cool stuff in there. So what I did was I just took like some little bits of glitter and I put it on my paper plate over here. And then I just grabbed like some little pieces of it and I just put it in my mold. Now, depending, this is what I have learned. You have to remember when you're doing your molds are face down. In other words, the design of this mermaid tail is face down. So this is the back of it. So what I learned by playing with this is if I wanted this to be seen, I really wanted to mix it up a little bit so the flakes would actually be seen. So I just added a bunch.
Or you could put the flakes in the mold
first. Yes.
Yep.
I was just going to say that. So thank you very much. Nope, you're fine. Yeah, I did that on some of my other ones that I did. Okay. So what I did is just kind of go back in and just like stir them up a little bit. And then before I'm going to put it back in the oven, then I want to do one more time where I just want to pull it and make sure that everything is good. All right. I'm not going to put that back in because it's got glitter on it. Okay. So then you do that. You stick it in the oven for 30 minutes at 275. Okay. So that's how I did the mermaid tail. Now, what I wanted to show you, as I said earlier, the company sent me, you know, some great products and great colors and stuff, but I wanted to add more color. So what I did was I took the clear, which was this one right here. I took the clear and then I took some of Anne's pigment inks. Now I know by researching this that you can do this not just with pigment inks, you can use alcohol inks. I think anything, alcohol dye inks, I've seen them use all of them. So if you want to add some color, I used my clear. You can also use the white and mix it with the white or the pearl. You can do it with both. Okay. I chose to do the clear for the simple fact that I knew that it was going to be a little bit more translucent and I knew that the color was going to be a lot stronger. So that was the reason why I used the clear. So what I did with this is I took my spoon. Okay, let me wipe this off here. I took my spoon and I have my clear here. And I just poured some right here onto my spoon. And you do not need a lot, as you're about to see. So I take it like this. And then I'm going to take some of this re-inker here. And this is going to add my color. There. And then I'm just going to take a little toothpick here and then just stir it up.
That's so
Now,
pretty.
it is pretty big. And you know, if you wanted to, you could just stir it up and make like a cold design and then pour it in. I tried that. That worked pretty cool. But for this, I just wanted to mix it up and get all of that color in there. Okay. So I think for this one, we've got that pretty purple. So let's see. I think I did the seahorse in purple. So he was a little harder to get in the mold, obviously because of the design. But again, because you're going to squeegee it, you'll be able to make sure that all of that is covered. Okay, and just move that around. And then you can scrape some of that off of your toothpick and just tap it in there. You just want to make sure that you get all of your mold covered. Okay, now I did not have very many issues with as far as bubbles. I did have one on my fish, but what you want to do if you're mixing this and you get bubbles, just take your toothpick or a straight pin or whatever, and then just go and pop them. But like I said, I didn't have too many issues with it. So you want to mix up your, stir up your Liquid Sculpey first, and then let it sit for just a little bit. And then, you know, maybe by doing that, you won't have as many bubbles. So we're going to do that. Okay, so now I've got that all in there. And remember, again, this is the clear that I'm using with the purple. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take some of these micro beads that I have here, and I'm going to pour these right on top. Just like that. Now, again, I'm going to come back with my little toothpick and just stir them in there just a little bit. So you'll really be able to see them. So I'm going to add them there like that. And then I'm also going to add just a little bit more, because these micro beads will sink if you leave it in the mold long enough. They will sink a little bit, which is what you kind of want. So that's just perfect. All right. So again, we're just going to mix this up just a little bit. Okay. And then I'm going to take my squeegee one more time. Take that and get all that excess off. Oops. Okay. And because this is color that I mixed, I don't want to add it back into my bottles. Okay, so this I'm just going to end up pitching. Or if you have extra containers, you can always save them in an extra container if you've got that.
Or you can scrape it on one of those other little molds.
That's true too. You can do that.
You don't have to.
I don't have enough on it now. So, all right. So, and then if you get some over here, then what I did was I just kind of took my little Q-tip and just kind of wiped it off a little bit. Now, the challenge for me when I did this is that I did all of these molds, different colors at the same time. So that was a little challenging because, you know, I didn't want color to get mixed into this and that, but it worked. I did it. It was fabulous. So just wanted to let you guys know that. Okay, now I wanted to show you one other thing before I'm going to close this up. So what you want to do with this one now, because we use the clear, you want to put this one in at 300 degrees for 30 minutes. Okay, because I used the clear. Okay, so one of the last things that I wanted to show you really quick, and I'm gonna get this up out of there because I'm gonna use that and I don't want it mixing in with what I'm gonna do. Now, when I did the waves, the wave mold, and then didn't end up using it because I didn't have room. But I do want to show you what I did with it. All right, it's probably going to have some little bit of mixing in there, but that's all right. We're not going to worry about it. Okay, so again, I'm going to take, let's see. Do I want to do the clear again? Yeah, okay, we'll do the clear. Or do I want to? No, I'm going to do the pearl. This is a pearl, okay? So with this one, it's exactly as you would think it would be. It's just got a shimmer to it, which is really, really pretty. Okay, so, you know, this is a good one to use if you want some shimmer into your mold. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to open that up. And then we're going to mix this again, and this is going to be for the waves. Okay, see, it comes out it kind of looks like beige. But you guys won't be able to see the shimmer, but when you use it, you will be able to see the shimmer in it. It's really, really pretty. Okay, so I'm going to set that off. And then this is another re-inker that I'm using, just a plain old blue. And I'm going to add a few. Okay. And then again, I'm just going to mix it up. And this is a little bit thicker than what the clear is. But it's still fabulous to use. I really love, love, love the pearl because it gives you that shimmer.
It is so beautiful.
It is so pretty. Okay, so what I did for this one then, once I got it all mixed up, then I put it in my mold. And again, this was a little bit more challenging because the mold is smaller. But again, you're going to wipe it all off, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, so I'm just going to put that in my mold and get that filled as best I can. And, ooh, what a mess I'm making. But that's all right.
Means you're having fun.
That's right. You should have seen me when I was really playing with it. I had it everywhere.
I thought you were going to say when I was really having fun.
Well, yeah, I was really having fun playing with it, and I had it everywhere. It was in my hand, on my hands. I got it on my clothes, but I didn't care because I was having a jolly good time. All right, so trying to get all of that in there. I see one of my hair. All right. Now, what I did for this one was once I got it in there, and now I'm going to scrape it out first. I'm going to scrape it off. And then I'm going to show you what I did. Okay, so we're just going to scrape this off. Okay. So now you can see the mold of the waves. So then what I did was I took some of this white and I added just a little tiny bit, well, not like that, but a little tiny bit, and it's not going to matter because I'm
Snaps
going to
of
mix
the
it.
waves.
Yep, at the
Cute.
tip. But then what I did, once I got it on the tips, and I thought, okay, I like that, but I don't like it as much as I think I'm going to if I mix it. So I didn't actually mix it. I just kind of moved it. Now that one is a little full, but I just pulled that white in to my blue. And it came out really good. I'll show you the finished one that I have. But this is just another way that you can use this. So you can, add different colors into your molds, stir it up, give it like a marble look. And then once I had it like this, then I went back again with my squeegee, and then I pulled it off again. And that worked out perfect. Because see, as you can see, then the whites and stuff are right here. So again, once you have it done, you're going to plop this in the oven for 30 minutes at 375. Okay. All right. So let me show you.
At 300.
No, because this is I used the pearl, not the clear.
Oh, 275 then.
Yes,
I thought you said 375.
Oh,
Sorry.
no. Sorry. 275, 30 minutes, 275.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, 30 minute, 275. Okay, so all right, what did I do with my, hang on. I can't find my waves. And I just had them. Oh, there they are. Okay. All right. So you can see here, this is what they look like. Well, I can't move my hand there. But you see, this is after I've already put them in the oven and then took them out.
Nice.
So there's those, and then my mermaid tail. This is the very first one that I did, and so I ended up putting all of this back here, thinking that that was the way to do it, until I realized that no, that you're not going to see that part. But I did go and mix some of it in, and I don't know if you can see it in the tail, but there is some of that glitter that is in the tail. But that's what they look like finished. Just really, really pretty. And then what you can do, here's a purple dolphin that I did. And what you can do is once they come out, if they have little bits of Sculpey left on them, just take your scissors and just kind of trim it right off. I didn't have hardly anything on mine, so I was lucky, I guess. I don't know. And then here I did a jellyfish. But again, I'm going to show you again what I did with the frame so you can see how I put all of it together. Let me get all of this out of the way or I'm going to make a huge mess.
Okay, while you're moving it out of the way, I will answer a question.
Yes.
So Karen, you said, but the seahorse goes in at 300. So if you have a mold that has colored or pearl liquid Sculpey, and then another mold that has clear, and you're baking them in the oven at the same time, you can bake them in the oven at 275 for 30 minutes. When it comes out, you can take a heat gun to the clear. So you want to use your heat gun on high, not a hairdryer. You want a heat gun.
Right.
And you can just run that heat gun on top of that clear one, and it will just crystallize all the way to clear. So they can be put in the oven at the same time.
Good idea. I put mine in at the same time. I just cooked them just a little bit longer than, but that's not what they recommend. So don't do that. Just ignore what I just said.
But you have a colored Liquid Sculpey and a clear in the same mold.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you want to know, now I'm going to do a blog post on this. So I'm going to have
Jimmy, it's pliable. They're not hard. They're very soft when you take them out. Yep, they won't crack. It is because it's polymer clay. It stays pliable. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it doesn't, it's not rubbery, but it is pliable. Okay, so to finish this off, and I will have instructions on the blog on Sunday, but to finish it off, what I did was I just covered this frame in some pattern paper that had this ocean theme on it. Okay, and then I add some netting on this side of it. I did the netting from here all the way up. And then I found this at Michael's that I just thought was so cool. This is actually moss that you would put like in, in your flowers or whatever, but it looked really cool for this. So
yeah,
that's what I added. I added that. And then I just adhered my molds right on top, and I just put a sticker up here at the top. And then for the inside, I don't know if you guys can see it. You can see it on the outside though. I took some twine and I just braided it for the outside of the frame and also for the inside of the frame because I didn't want to paint it. I was being lazy.
Nope, it's all those little details that make a project.
Yeah, well, that, and I didn't bring my paint with me, so I had to come up with plan B. So I just added that other braid on the inside, and then that's how you finish it off. It's really, really quick and easy to do, and so much fun. I really, really hope that you guys try this. I haven't had that much fun in quite some time.
Good. Yay.
Well, aside from the gel press, that was pretty cool. I like that one too. So
that one was cool.
All right, so I'm going to close these up because I don't want to get them messed up. But you can, if you don't have the colors that you want, color them with some re-inkers. That's what I did, and it was simple and just lots of fun. All right, so let me switch my cameras over again. Let's see, where am I? There I am. Okay. There we go. All right. See how much
great project. Yeah.
Yeah, just, it was very simple, but because I am a newbie, I wanted to make it very simple because I know that there were other people. I know Jimmy especially really wanted to see how it was done.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to make sure that it was easy enough for beginners like me.
Well, and you didn't have any problems baking it, right?
Nope.
You didn't have, so yeah, it is, you follow the directions.
Yes.
And it just works.
It does. And, when you're trying something for the very first time and you don't have any boo-boos, you can't comment on making mistake, like, okay, well, you can fix this by doing this. I didn't have that because everything went perfectly fine. It worked great. I loved it. It was a good time. It's a great product. I love it. So yeah, I will be using it more.
It is. And remember to like, share, and comment. This is the awesome prize pack that Sculpey is giving away. My goodness.
Amazing.
It is filled with everything you need to get started using this product. Because you have the molds, you have the Liquid Sculpey, you have the craft mat, you have the mixing sheet, jar. It's a
Yeah, the
3-piece.
little cup with the
Yep.
tool.
I have it right here. It's a little
Yep.
cup.
That.
So like if you're mixing, and it comes with a stick that has a point and a scooper. So
Mhm.
like you can scoop your beads with this to put them in. But and then if you, especially like clear is harder to stir. Clear has some component in it that's thicker. So when you're stirring it, you really want to make sure you stir it well. So
Yeah.
you could pour all of your clear into here and just have
That's a good
more
idea.
room to stir, but then you have this protective cover on it.
That's a good idea, because then you have it all in one, you have it all stirred and ready to go. And
Well,
then you can just
you
take
still have to
out,
stir it each time.
right, but you can
Yeah.
take out just a little bit that you need to color
Yep.
if you want to color it. And, it's all right there. Yeah,
Yep.
perfect.
Yeah. So, I
Perfect,
mean, it's a
perfect.
fabulous prize. And
Yeah.
hi, Maria. I saw you come in just a little bit late.
Hi, Maria.
So, yes. So, we want to make sure you guys enter for that prize. And I'm going live at 2:00 using the Liquid Sculpey in a different way. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm actually using my papers with it to make jewelry.
Well, and you're doing a little bit more advanced stuff too, which I think is cool.
Well, and I'm showing a lot of different things I did,
Yeah.
and I'll talk about how I did them. So
Yeah, super easy.
it's easy to use, and it's so much fun.
Yeah, just the results. And if you're a newbie like I was, just having the molds, it's a no-brainer. You pour it in, you squeegee the excess off if you make a mess, and you pop it in the oven. It's really a no-brainer.
Right.
So
Right.
I loved it. Loved it.
Yep.
All right, you guys. Well, that is it for me. Anne will be back we'll both be back, but Anne will be doing her live in about an hour and 10 minutes.
Yep.
So until then, we will see you guys back then. If you have any questions or whatever, if Anne didn't answer or you think of it later, just put it in the comment section and we'll take a look at them and answer whatever, needs to be answered. Okay. So until then, we will see you guys in just a little bit. But remember to take a little time to craft, because it's good for your soul.
Always.
It really is.
Always.
Always. All right, you guys. We'll see you in just a little bit. Take care.
Bye, everyone.